I'm Duncan from Auto Shine and Tinting, and we've got this, the Polestar 4, been with us for full Satin PPF, and it's had a lot of attention and comments while it's been with us. So we thought we'd pick up the camera and bring you a review of inside, outside, and just some interesting facts all about the Polestar 4. So let's kick straight in with the most talked about feature on the Polestar 4, and it's the fact it doesn't have a rear window. Now, initially you think, I need a rear window, I need to be able to look out, and even if I don't, I just want that visibility. But in reality, we've got this great camera right here with a great screen where the rear view camera is, and you just don't need it. Because all cars nowadays have got the big headrests on the rear seat, the visibility out of this window would be awful anyway, it's pointless, and the camera is very, very good. The only thing we weren't too sure on this car, because we've gone satin, is do we do this in gloss PPF so it looks gloss black like the tinted windows? But I think either would look good. The customer chose, he wasn't sure either, but he chose satin and it looks great, so either way looks really cool. So this is the dual motor version. You've also got the single motor available, which is more efficient, but the dual motor is a lot more powerful, and the giveaway is the dual motor has these yellow brake calipers. Also normally has a sticker there identifying, it says it's a dual motor with the power of the battery, but customer thought as well as me that the sticker looks a bit naff, so we removed it and then put the PPF on it. Looks a lot better. Wheels and tyres are 22 inch, they look great and they're big enough to do what you need them to do. Let's talk about a few other little features around the car. So it's the overall look of this car that's got everyone talking, because as an example, a customer was collecting his car yesterday, he saw the back end of this in the workshop and he said, what are you doing with the Lamborghini? So it just looks interesting, and it kind of does have a Urus look about it, although it is a lot lower. There's some interesting design features around the car. This badge illuminates. You've got the massive full glass roof that's really cool, and I just want to touch on that. So although we've done the Satin PPF that is clear to see, we've also put a windscreen protection film on the outside of this to protect it against stone chips. And what I'd advise owners of these doing, this front section of this roof is forward facing because it slopes down, so we've also put protection film here, because if you get a stone chip here, that is going to be a very costly mistake, and I don't know if it's going to be covered on your insurance for the glass cover. So yeah, I would really think about protecting that. And then I'm going to talk about the one thing that slightly annoys me about this car, and it's the key and the fact it does not have buttons. I like a key that has buttons. If I want to open the car, I just want to press a button and open the car, and the same when it comes to locking. So I don't like the fact, and what you've got to do, you've got to hold it here, and this is the thing, there you go, it's intermittent. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and then really if I hold that there, it'll lock. So there is a knack to it, but it does normally work, but I just would prefer a button. And these door handles, these are very, I can only describe them as Land Rover, Range Rover, and that moves me on to the next thing I want to say about this car. So the most impressive thing about this whole car, not the fact of how great it looks outside, is how good it feels and how premium everything is. And literally, that is the second you sit in it, you're aware you're in a premium car, and it feels like a Range Rover, and I mean that as a massive compliment. And it is just fantastic. The materials they've used, how solid everything is, the material, the leather on the seats, it's all so good. And I talk about now the screen. It's 2025, obviously everything is now on the screen. We don't have buttons. I don't know why we don't have buttons, but we don't. I would greatly like buttons back in cars, but I don't think it's going to happen. Everything's on here. It's a very nice screen. Like all of them, you've got to know, you've got to learn them, and once you've learned them, everything is where you want it to be, and I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Look, you can set up shortcuts and things like that. It's all very Tesla, to be honest. I mean, if you're coming from a Tesla to one of these, you'll probably fit straight in and find it much easier than what I would. But it's got Google Maps, which is really nice. I don't like the fact the climate control is on there. I never ever will. You've just got extra buttons and processes to do. But all in all, the screen is perfect, and again, it's really quick, and I suppose that's what you want to know. It's really responsive. Press it, there's no delay, no drag. Everything is really, really cool. We're actually going to put a Satin PPF on this screen now. It's the only thing we've got left to do. And what that will do, it'll take some of the glare, because you've got all the light coming through here, and the glare, I can imagine, will be quite annoying. So we're going to put a Satin PPF on it to take that glare away, and it'll also help with fingerprints. Cool. The single motor version starts at £60,000 and the dual motor is 72, and there's not a great deal of options you can add on there. The dual motor pretty much includes everything you need. As a quick verdict, I think this would be right up there for me if I was going to go electric car. I think alternatively you could go with an electric Macan, similar size. This is far more comfier than Macan. I just think this would be the one I'd go for. Let's talk quickly about the PPF, because I've got some interesting facts about the satin that they are now offering as a paint. Polestar are now offering a satin paint, or 2 colours I believe, but the problem is if you go with a satin paint, if you get the lightest scratch in it, you can't polish it, and you can't just paint a panel, you end up painting the whole side, so it's an absolute nightmare. So really, if you go with the satin paint, you've got to go with the Satin PPF to protect it. But it would be much easier just to go with the gloss paint to begin with, and then put the Satin PPF on top, because you get the same look, but it's protected, so it's just going to save you a fortune. The guys have done the Satin PPF, which we are now probably putting clips up so you can see what it is. It's a clear film that protects it. You can have it in gloss, like what's on the gloss black here. Or you can have it in the satin version. But the beauty of the satin is, when this car was originally all gloss black, all these lines kind of just blended in. It just looked like a black shape. But the satin now highlights all of this, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. So we've shown you what the Satin PPF does to paint, but the PPF also comes in a gloss finish that does not change the appearance of your vehicle whatsoever. So if you want real protection on your car, keep it looking brand new for 10 years plus, get in touch with us and we will be happy to help with anything we can. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.